you expect a human being to be. But because this kind of rubbish has been taught to them, that every other life is here to serve you, you can kill anything and wantonly do whatever you want. Because of this, we will get a certain amount of pain, and it's come, unfortunately, in this form. But this also, do not take me wrong, this is a bad thing because of its speed of contagiousness. It spreads very quickly. But fortunately, its ability to kill is low compared to the things we've seen in the past. The bubonic plagues used to just clean out whole villages and towns at one time. The Spanish flu killed over 50 million people across the world. 50 million. Nearly infected one-third of the world's population at that time, over 500 million people. But at that time there was no air travel, people were not this mobile. In spite of that, it happened like that. Compared to those things, this is a good virus. I know I'm going to be in a lot of trouble calling the virus a good virus. Compared to the virulence of those things, this is a mild one. But it spreads quickly. But the advantage is, we are the carriers. If we want, we can stop it. If something else was the carrier, if the ants were carrying it, if the mice were carrying it, if the birds were carrying it, you couldn't stop them. But we are the carriers, so we can stop them. But the human beings are in such a state of confusion, slowly they're getting a little more organized. Fortunately, in India, both the citizenship, the administration and the medical fraternity is responding in a fantastic manner, except a few idiots who are there. Most of the population, medical fraternity and the administration, the political leadership, everybody, boom. I think if we have to rate nations in terms of response, in a democratic nation where you cannot use too much force, I think we've done the best in the world right now. For 1.4 billion people, less than 300 fatalities is a fantastic report card. But it could rise in the next 1 or 2 weeks. So, it's almost certain the lockdown will continue for another 2 weeks. So, those of you who are in the yoga center and those of you who are on the online with us for the darshan, we are all now hum-tum. Another 2 weeks. So, this is a time for us to show what kind of human beings we are. This is a time that we can enhance ourselves as individual human beings. Because there is no such thing as enhancing a society, because society is just a word, nation is just a word, world is just a word, it is just individual human beings. Without transforming individual human beings, there is no transformation in the world. So, right now there is a break like this. This is the time, all of you, at least focus on this much, every one of you, and tell everybody else that you know. 10% improvement, okay? I'm not asking you to suddenly become something else and grow a halo around your head. 10% improvement, just list out your physical fitness. Where are you? 10% improvement must happen by the end of April. Your mental capabilities, where are you? 10% improvement. Whatever work you're doing in your life, you're cooking, you're making tea, you're running the country, you're doing whatever, 10% improvement. If you're running just a tea shop, if your tea becomes 10%, better than the way it is right now, oh, you will do very well post-virus. 10% better in everything, physically, mentally, emotionally, and in terms of your competence of whatever you're doing, every one of you. Just do this because you'll never again get this in your lifetime. But I would recommend that like all the schools break for 6 weeks in summer or 8 weeks or whatever, I think the entire humanity should take a break for 3 weeks every year. No machines, no industry, no cars and no automobiles on the road. If you want, you can cycle, you can walk, you can trek, but no technology, non-polluting technology you can use, computers and stuff, but no smoke, spewing machines, industry, nothing, just for 3 weeks. I think after a few years of knowing the benefit of that, people will vote for 6 weeks. They will. We should think about it. Why should virus force us to do it? This time around, well, we got the bright idea from them. But I think we should do it. Everybody, the entire humanity focuses on how to enhance themselves at least 10%. Just imagine, every year if everybody upgrades themselves 10%, in 10 years' time, what kind of world we will be living in? We'll be living in a fantastic world, really enhanced human beings, physically, mentally, emotionally. You must write down, all of you do this. Physically, where is your, parameters? What is it that you can do? 10% increase, what does it mean? Your mental state, where are you? Describe yourself, you don't have to show it to anybody. And say 10% increase, upgrade, what does it mean? Emotionally, where are you? How much sweetness do you have in you? Or how much bitterness you have in you? How to make a 10% positive upgrade? In terms of your work, where are you in terms of your capabilities? How to enhance yourself 10%? Oh, in 10 years' time, what a wonderful world we'll have. We should do this. In the yoga center, we always have this for people, that brahmacharis are going into 60 days of silence in a year. 60 days. This is for enhancement of the individual person, because if you are not enhanced, how will your work be enhanced? How will the world be enhanced? People are always asking me this question, Sadhguru, how is it without any qualifications, without any kind of thing, everything runs so smoothly in Isha, how is it that they're performing like this? Your events are, top of the line, how does this happen? Because we are focusing on individual human beings and their enhancement. This is what the world needs to do, this is what the country needs to do. This is a viral lesson, it must go viral. But people are doing, please look at your lives and see how much of it is precise. Your thought, your emotion, your action, to what extent is it precise and purposeful? It's all over the place, And still you're managing to do something wonderful in your life. That is why everybody keeps looking up, because they know they're an accidental success. This has become common everywhere, everybody like this because they're an accident. No, it's very important, human beings are a conscious and precise and purposeful existence. This happened. A young woman was driving and the car went like this, like that, like that. Another man who was driving did everything possible to dodge that car, but it came and rammed into him. Well, fortunately, both were not injured in any big way. So he got down, went to her and said, whatever you wanted to do, you could have at least indicated, you know? You could have given some kind of a signal. What is it that you are planning to do? She said, there is no signal for what I wanted to do. For a lot of people it's like this, there is no signal for what they want to do because they don't know what the hell they want to do. It's time they figure this out. 3 weeks a year should be good enough time to figure this out. We can chart out a kind of a process, you know, 112 different processes for 112 different types of people on the planet. What is the simple things you can do in 3 weeks to enhance yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and in terms of your competence of whatever you're doing? People are telling me, Sadhguru, you know, people who ate what I cooked, they're saying, Sadhguru, you must run cooking lessons in this break. I'm also thinking, but time-wise, it'll take too much time. Let's make this happen. Well, we got 3 more weeks now, almost, at least. So use this time, let's use this time to really enhance ourselves at least 10% on all levels of our life. Let's make this happen. Questions, please.
This question is from Ashwin. Namaskaram, Sadhguru. You had mentioned in one of the darshan that Isha volunteers are going out to nearby villages and spreading awareness about coronavirus. I'm based out of Mumbai and I cannot come there, but I really want to contribute in ensuring that our rural villagers stay safe. Please let me know how I can help from home.
See, right now the number of people that we have to serve is just increasing. Especially with this extended lockdown, I think the number of people who will become vulnerable and helpless to help themselves in lockdown period is going to increase significantly. Right now, our volunteers in the region are serving a certain number of people cooked meals. So this cooked meal requirement may increase quite significantly in the next week to 2 weeks' time. As you know, we can postpone everything, but we can't postpone our lunch and dinner. We may not be able to provide them what they would normally eat, at least 2 meals a day, we are seeing how to provide. For this, the necessary infrastructure and physical infrastructure, human infrastructure, and the groceries needed, vegetables needed, this procurement is happening on a war footing. And I've already appealed to you, I don't want to appeal to you every day, but we need money. Unfortunately, we need a lot of money because only then we can serve lots of people. As I announced yesterday, the number of, you know, whatever N95 masks and gloves and those UV sanitization lights, all these things are landing here. I think today they've already come. Plus more things are coming from China for that. I think that part is reasonably well taken care of, at least for this region, because we are seeing how to be active in this region so that we are an effective force rather than spreading ourselves all over. At the same time, in the television show with the Times Now, I have announced a help… a number that they can call. 8300, 8300 is a number which is Isha helpline, that people can send messages if they see anybody moving towards starvation, that their basic nourishment is in question, wherever it is in this country, they can send a message and within 24 hours we will respond, activating the volunteers in that region. All this needs, you know, a certain amount of my painting is almost complete. I think tomorrow the photographs of it should come out, and if you have the money to buy a painting, you can buy it. We'll sell the original and we will also sell the copies. Because the original is 5 by 5, everybody may not have that much wall in their house. So, we will sell the copies which are little smaller also. So, and we hope to do more. If necessary, I will teach you some cooking, I will do any damn thing. All our volunteers are working at various levels within the limitations of social distancing. So, because of this, we cannot really go out and do what we would have done otherwise, because we want to respect the laws and above all, to be an inspiration for everybody to respect that in that sense. But we want to create various things through which funds can be raised. We are looking at other projects through which funds can be raised, so that in this period, it's my commitment that people should not die of starvation. The virus is taking its toll. That is not in our hands, that is in the hands of the medical personnel. Not inundating medical infrastructure with too many infected people is the responsibility of every citizen, and administration is enforcing it, and largely they're following these rules and it's going well. But now in the next 2 weeks, it may ramp up a little bit, we need to take care of it. One negative in all this is, which is of a serious concern, in South Korea and also probably in China, people who got infected and recovered and came negative about a few weeks ago are again testing positive now. This is a serious concern. This is unforeseen or did not… we hoped that this won't happen. Largely people believed once you're infected, you would have the antibodies to fight this and you will become kind of immune. Your immune system will take care of you. But secondary infection is happening in people, which is a serious concern. So when will this cycle stop? We thought it will go up at a certain level of infection and then it'll go down. But now the same people who came out of infection are going back into it. Now this is a very serious complication, because we don't know where this will lead. So, how to get back the economic activity in the country, that work is going on. We are seeing how to involve ourselves with the local farming community to see how to put them back on rails. I don't know what was announced, I think by now Prime Minister should be announcing, those of you who have televisions, you may be seeing it, that there may be some relaxation in the lockdown. One important relaxation, which is a submission that I had also made during our conversation with him, that agriculture sector must be relaxed with the necessary instructions for social distancing. Generally, agriculture activity, the nature of it itself, there is a social distancing. There is no crowding of people, except for a few activities, which can be easily spaced out. Agriculture activity must get into action because that is 60% of the population in the country, plus it is the food security for the nation for the next 1 year. So that has to get back. Maybe they will relax some other essential services also, making a few more supply chains a little more efficient. I think that's going to happen too. But the railways and airlines are not going to function for sure for the next… till the end of this month, 100%. That's not going to happen, because they are the main carriers to long-distance spreading. So travel will be restricted. Maybe they will do taluk level restrictions, district level restrictions, so that people don't move. Geographically, they stay within their terrain. If they get it, if they get infected, it stays in the localized way so that it can be treated better rather than people traveling freely all over the place. So all these things are being done, citizens must cooperate, and for you to contribute right now, If you're in Mumbai, you don't have to travel and come here to serve. The best thing is to contribute in whichever way possible. Otherwise, many of you can set up your own platforms of contributions, and if you collect that and send it to us, this will be put to good use 100%. We will assure you every rupee that you send will be put to good use, and that's all we can do right now. I think we've gone over the time. Thank you very much, and this is the time, because now the extension of lockdown has happened, which is another 21 days, still 21 days more from today, or 20 days more probably. Conducting this time responsibly for the well-being of everybody around us, protecting that vulnerable group, protecting the aged people, ensuring that everybody who is over 65, 70 years of age must live through this virus. This commitment all of us should take, behaving responsibly, ensuring their safety and well-being, and infants below 1 year of age, and those other people who are vulnerable for different medical reasons also, and ensuring this doesn't become a great calamity, but just an aberration in our lives which we successfully came out of. Let's beat the virus successfully. Yoga yoga yogeshwaraya bhuta bhuta bhuteshwaraya kala kala kaleshwaraya Shiva Shiva Sarveshwaraya Shambho Shambho Maha